Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to afternoon news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're now live at Daily Tribune PH on YouTube and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines. The Marcos administration is reviewing proposals to amend the rice tariffication law, while President Marcos is ready to certify as urgent the Agriculture Cooperatives Act to boost rural productivity. The Philippine National Police is investigating a fake advisory claiming nationwide work and class suspensions amid the U.S.-Iran tensions. Authorities warned the public to rely only on official government channels. Vice President Sara Duterte filed a perjury complaint against former aide Ramil Madriaga, who claimed her campaign was funded by drug dealers and pogos. Duterte denies any personal link. Senator Sherwin Gatchalian says Congress is likely to grant President Marcos emergency powers to reduce fuel excise taxes amid the Middle East tensions, while urging a task force to stabilize supply. House Justice Panel Chair Gervil Luistro says threats from top officials are real and destabilizing, stressing that impeachment is about constitutional accountability, not imagination, amid VP Sara Duterte hearings. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin says any partial fuel tax cut must balance government finances. Public transport drivers may get aid through Pantawid Pasada if oil prices surge above critical levels. Paulo Banchero scored 37 points as the Orlando Magic defeated the Washington Wizards 126-109, snapping a two-game home skid, with Desmond Bain adding 25 points for the victors. Jasmine Curtis Smith condemned Representative Bong Suntai for objectifying remarks about her sister Ann Curtis, urging accountability and respect for women, with QC Mayor Belmonte calling for a proper apology. Today is the 4th of March, Wednesday, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's get started. The Marcos administration is reviewing proposals to amend the rice tariffication law, which liberalized rice imports in 2019. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. says he is also ready to certify as urgent the proposed Agriculture Cooperatives Act of 2025, aimed at boosting cooperative productivity and rural development. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. has warned the RTL threatens the local rice industry. Key officials attending Tuesday's meeting included Senator Francis Pangilinan, Executive Secretary Ralph Recto, and DepDev Secretary Arsenio Baliscaan. Now, the Philippine National Police is investigating a fake advisory claiming nationwide work and class suspensions from March 4th to 6th due to an alleged security threat amid the U.S.-Iran conflict. PNP Chief Police General Jose Melentro Nartatos Jr. said the anti-cybercrime group is tracking the source of the misleading post and warned that violators will face legal action. Authorities reminded the public to verify information and rely only on official government channels. The Department of National Defense confirmed that current tensions abroad pose no direct threat to the Philippines. Now, Vice President Sara Duterte has filed a perjury complaint against her alleged former aide Ramil Madriaga, who claimed her campaign was funded by drug dealers and pogos. Duterte, accompanied by her legal counsel, submitted the complaint to the Taguig City Prosecutor's Office, saying false stories should not mislead the public. Madriaga's allegations were included in an impeachment complaint against the vice president. Duterte denied any personal relationship with him, calling his claims attempts to undermine her possible presidential plans. Senator Sherwin Gatchalian says Congress is likely to grant President Marcos emergency powers to reduce excise taxes on petroleum products amid Middle East tensions. Gatchalian noted the unpredictable situation and urged the Energy Department to form a task force to stabilize supply and mitigate price spikes. Senate President Tito Soto and Senator Amy Marcos are also supporting the measures, including inquiries into energy reserves to ensure the country is prepared if crude oil prices exceed $80 per barrel. Now, House Justice Panel Chairperson Gervil Luistro says threats from high-ranking officials are never mere imagination, emphasizing their ability to destabilize institutions. Her remarks came on day 2 of discussions on the sufficiency of impeachment complaints against Vice President Sara Duterte, which accuses her of betrayal of public trust and threats against President Marcos and his family. Luis stressed that impeachment is about constitutional accountability, not a premonition or fantasy, amid controversies over comments by Representative Bong Suntay regarding actress Ann Curtis. Now, Energy Secretary Sharon Garin says the government must carefully weigh its finances if it decides to partially reduce fuel excise taxes amid rising global oil prices. The proposed adjustment would not cover the entire year and may be analyzed alongside potential impacts on government revenue. President Marcos Jr. earlier said he could seek emergency authority from Congress to suspend fuel taxes temporarily if crude prices surge. Garin added that public transport drivers could receive fuel aid through the Pantawid Pasada program should oil prices hit critical levels. Now, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index slid 1.55% or 99.79 points to close at 6,345.59 as of noon trading Tuesday. All shares also declined 1.46% to 3,505.65. Sectoral indices were mostly in the red, led by mining and oil, down 4.72%. Among the most active stocks were ICTSI, SM Investments, and BDO, all posting losses amid broad market weakness. Now, Paolo Banchero scored 37 points as the Orlando Magic defeated the visiting Washington Wizards 126-109 on Tuesday, snapping a game home skid. Banchero made 15 of 21 shots and added 6 assists, while teammate Desmond Bain contributed 25 points. Jaden Hardy and Sharfie Cooper added 18 and 16 points, respectively, for the Wizards, who suffered their 6th consecutive loss. Orlando pulled away in the third quarter with a 40-27 run, securing a comfortable lead heading into the final period. Now, actress Jasmine Curtis Smith has condemned Representative Bong Suntay for making inappropriate remarks about her sister, Ann Curtis, during a House Committee hearing on Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment complaints. On social media, Curtis Smith called the comment objectifying, stressing that women should be respected as full human beings, not reduced to, quote, bodies in spaces dominated by men in power. Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte also urged Suntay to apologize and uphold the dignity expected of his office. Now, Tribune, did you know on this day, March 4th of 1789, the United States Constitution officially took effect as the first Congress convened in New York City, marking the start of the new federal government under the ratified charter. Although quorum was initially lacking, the date is recognized as the birth of the U.S. government framework that continues today, establishing the executive, legislative, and judicial branches under President George Washington. Now, netizens are laughing out loud at a viral post today, which has garnered 2.2k comments and 3k shares. The post features a puppy seemingly trying to be polite by not dumping waste on the floor, and instead attempting to get creative. One netizen commented, "Very good dog, at least not on the floor." Let's watch this. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and a Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Once again, I'm Eliana Lacap, and this has been Tribune News on Cue.